Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Check 26. Check 26. Sponge.
Hey, flipper.
Shit.
Hey, can.
Spud.
First down. Here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Watch the safety. Through. He's coming. Through.
Hey, Roy.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Shift.
I think I'm 48.
Cousins now. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to the ground, Cook. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Protein spill.
Throwing is Cousins. It's caught. Smith. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Hey, receiver.
54.
Hey, exit.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 16-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Yeah. You don't want none.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Go.
Check 15. Check 15.
Following the interception, Cousins going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 53 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
11.
To throw is Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
To Marquise Goodwin. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And that's caught inside the 30. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this 1st quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Pass incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
54, Mike, 54. You ain't going nowhere.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, partner, Thanksgiving in the rearview mirror, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all gone. And now if you look at the top 4 seeds right now as we hit, is it the quarter pole or the 3-quarter pole?
It is the quarter pole, and we get to thank our NFL reporter, Randy Moss, who also has a great background in the sport of kings, for letting us know that's one of the most misused terms in that sport. It is the quarter pole, right? What are they headed for the home stretch, is what he also said about it. I can't wait to see how this thing ends.
Well, we got New England and Baltimore, the top 2 seeds in the AFC, Seattle and New Orleans in the NFC. You think it stays that way at the end?
I think it's going to be a heck of a battle. I think Baltimore, yes. New England's going to get a battle from Buffalo, but I think they're going to stay in the spot. Seattle, they're going to battle San Francisco. They're just going to trade it back and forth, and it's going to come down to Week 17, I believe, to decide that one. And New Orleans, yes, they will retain a top 2 spot.
To throw is Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Y'all play.
Hey, receiver.
Check.
Wide out.
SOS.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. Kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Double dog. That's the way. Check. Kill.
Hey, flip him. Yo.
Check.
Cousins. He completes it to Treadwell. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4.
We got 4. We got 4. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert through.
Now Cousins. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. D Ford just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 3rd down, Cousins. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Bailey's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
CD, while we have a quick second here, I want to give a shout-out to 3 teams who have struggled mightily this year, who all got wins in Week 12. The Dolphins, the Redskins, and for their first win of the season, the Bengals.
How about you? I love your empathy, right? You hate to see teams struggle like this. Hate to see teams that are down. And when they get wins, you come with a little bounce, don't you? You got a little extra spring in your step. Those Bengals, and they beat the Jets, who at the time were hot, right?
Yep.
They won 3 in a row. How about Washington? That win over Carolina. And then, of course, the Dolphins. No one really saw that coming. Their win over Philadelphia, even though it was at home. Could those wins for those teams be the death knell for the teams that lost? The Jets, we're not going to talk about them anymore. Carolina, they still thought maybe a late run could put them in the playoff race in the NFC South. And then how about Philadelphia? But they're not out of it.
No.
They still control their destiny. If they win out, they go 9-7 and win the NFC East.
Yeah, because they're just one game back of 6-6 Dallas. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post-route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to let this, and this is caught. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 49 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Let's go, baby.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. CD, with that incompletion, let's look at some of the big games week 13. So these are ones that our crew probably think are the biggest four. Let's rank them 1 to 4 as far as how big they are and what they mean. Baltimore at Buffalo, San Fran at New Orleans, KC at New England, Seattle at the Rams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Johnson, the intended target.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going into halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
I got one.
Garoppolo looks to throw. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
8 yards on the pickup.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 30.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
21.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 69 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Topper!
24! Check 24!
Here's Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. James now to return. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch it slap.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
That's another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And now it's second down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Here we go,
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
And on second and goal, they decide to throw it again, and this result is even worse. They take a sack. On first down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first two plays, beginning with first and goal.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long. On third and long, it's Garoppolo. The quick slant caught. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first and 10, Cousins. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. With that incompletion, I want to revisit some playoff talk. We talked about the top 2 seeds, but let's break down the AFC playoff picture. Ravens and Pats on top. If the season ended, we'd be looking at the Bills in the 5 spot and the Steelers the 6. That would give us wild card games of Bills, Chiefs, Steelers, Texans. You give the Titans, Raiders, Colts, or Browns any shot, Charles?
I give the Titans a shot. They get Houston twice in the last 4 games of the year. And the way they're running the ball with Derrick Henry and their defense playing well, yeah, they're very confident right now. The Raiders, no, I don't give them that type of a shot. I think they're a year ahead of schedule with the season that they're having. The Colts, I do give them a shot. Okay, Jacoby Brissett, if he can get hot down the stretch and they get Marlon Mack back running the football, I think they can have an impact. In Cleveland, no, I don't give them any shot.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Cousins from the gun on third. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. And even 40 yards.
First down, Minnesota.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Cousins now. It's caught by Treadwell. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
A gain of 17 yards.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Cousins able to connect with Treadwell for a Minnesota first. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D Ford able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Third and long for Cousins. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Now that one, an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 13. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Makes the score Niners 34, Vikings 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go. Do it.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Cousins gives way to Cook.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run with Abdullah. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Check 4, check 4. Tight dog. Check.
On 2nd and a couple. Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. With a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Tight end left. 3 down.
Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll get ready for the trek back to the city as we say so long from Santa Clara.
What a great city it is. We're going to have a blast tonight.